welcome to the grand finale of the Looney event, the great pop culture debates fashion photo review of Canada's Drag Race Season 1. I am your caftan-clad host, Eric Resniak, and I'm joined by my extra special panel of Brett Chin, Curtis Creekmore, and Kai Nessitchin. And for one last time, we are going to toot, boot, shoot, and poot the looks from the final episode of Canada's Drag Race Season 1. So there were 12 queens. They all brought them all back for the big finale. And so we are going to go through this really quick for all the eliminated girls and then really kind of chew on our finalists. So we're going to start off with Juice Box, our first eliminated queen. Brett, what do you think?
Toot.
All right. And Curtis?
She looked better than some of the other queens. Toot.
Kai?
Nice wig. Toot.
And I will also toot it. I think she looks gorgeous. Good for Juice Box. Next up, we had our second eliminated queen, Kine. Brett, what did you think?
Not necessarily my style, but I'm tooting it.
All right. Curtis?
This is my style, and I'm booting it.
All right. Kai, how about yourself?
Compared to the other looks, I guess is how I would go with this one, but it's a very soft toot.
Very soft toot. I'm going to go ahead and boot it as well. To me, it's very Mother of the Bride. I don't get what she was going for in this particular context. So sorry, Kine. Next up, we had our third eliminated gal, Miss Anastasia Anakwe, and I'm going to give it to Brett.
I love it. Shiny. It got me. Toot.
Curtis.
Shoot. Stunning. So good.
All right. Kai.
As long as she didn't turn around and cousin it wasn't on the other side, I'm tooting it. So, no, it looks great. It's a toot.
I am also going to shoot this. I feel like Starzy knew the jig was up in episode 1 and was just waiting to come back and snap her necks like the Amazonian warrior princess that she is. So thank you, Starzy. Next up, we have Tainomi Banks. Brett.
It's a soft toot for me. It's a little jellyfishy.
All right. Curtis.
I'll also go soft toot.
Kai.
I'm going to boot it.
Ooh. All right. And I will also soft toot it. Yeah. Sorry, Tainomi. Next up, we have Kiara, Lady in Red, and Brett.
I was on the fence with this one. I'm gonna soft toot it.
Okay. Curtis.
I just wish she had more of a waist. It's pretty though, so toot.
Kai.
It read well on the runway. I guess I like it less in a still picture than it did on the runway, but I give it a toot.
I'm going to boot it. I'm sorry. I thought it looked like just a shelf of feathers and there's no real shape. Kara's beautiful, but to me, it just didn't work. Next up, we have Bitch on Arrival, Boa, and Brett, what did you think?
I like the outfit. I just struggle with her fake plasticky boobs. I'm not a big fan of that because it pulls me out right away, but she looked good, so I'm going to toot it.
All right. Curtis?
I hated her hair. It was so bad, and the boobs. But this is the first time she actually covered her legs, so I'm going to softly toot it.
Okay, a toot for leg coverings. Kai.
I guess with this one, kind of like with Kine, I look at all the other looks, so I'm going to boot it.
Okay, I will toot it. I absolutely hear what everybody's saying, especially about the tits, which look so fake. I hope she's taking her bread and investing in a better breastplate because you deserve better, Boa. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Alona Verley. I'm going to give it to Brett.
I love this look. It's costumey in a way, but it's her culture, so I'm gonna toot it.
Curtis.
I hate it. I'm sorry.
Really?
It looks trashy. I know what she's going for, and I love the idea behind it, but I'm gonna boot it because it just looks cheap.
Okay, Kai.
I'm also gonna toot it. I think one thing that I guess I overlooked with her is how she can take something and put her own stamp on it. Sometimes maybe too much. But I think I appreciate that. It's a toot.
Yeah, I actually think this is gorgeous. I thought she looked beautiful, and I'm definitely going to toot this. One of the things I really appreciate about Alona is that she mixes hard and soft, and I thought that was very successful here. So next up, we had Miss Lemon, and I'm going to give it to Brett.
It went sour. Boot.
Okay, Curtis.
I guess I'm just balancing out Brett because I actually liked it. So toot.
Kai.
The hair looked nice, no boobs, which I don't think she's ever gonna ever wear boobs. I guess I just expect more, and that's why I judge her maybe a little bit more harshly. I do really like Lemon. I would go see her show, but for me, this is a boot. Comparatively, at this point, it's a boot.
I'm gonna toot this. I actually thought it would have been super effective if she was in the final three and she walked out looking like that. I think it would have made a statement. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a toot. And then we have our dear departed Jimbo. Go ahead and take it, Brett.
So I think I'm going to put it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
I just didn't. It wasn't my thing.
All right, Curtis.
I thought it was okay. It was a lot, but that's Jimbo. And toot.
All right, Kai.
Yeah, it's on Jimbo brand, but it's definitely not my favorite Jimbo look. And again, I just say comparatively with the other looks on the runway, it just didn't measure up. I liked certain pieces of it, but not the whole thing. So I'm just going to give it a soft boot. I love
A
Jimbo.
soft boot. Okay.
Boot.
I will toot it. I thought it was fun, and it was Jimbo, and it was clownish, and to me, it did sum up who she is as a drag queen, down to the sluttiness. So I liked it. That takes us to our final three gals, and we are going to start with Rita Baga and Brett Chang.
So I thought she looked great. I love the outfit. It's very drag queen dramatic to me. And I thought she looked good, and it's very on brand for her. This is what she truly is. So I'm tooting it.
All right, Curtis.
I thought this was so beautiful and interesting. Like she could have worn that without the green paint and the weird hair, and it still would have been beautiful. But that like alien touch that she added to it was so cool. And I think this is the best she's looked. Hands like from the beginning of the season. This is, and that's what it was supposed to be, her best drag. So it's a definite toot.
All right, Kai.
I love her. I mean, I don't know. I still haven't totally figured it out. I think it's just that I like her. I like what she does. I like how she holds herself maybe. The only thing I'd say, and I feel like it was something even on the show they tried to like downplay, is that a piece of her hair had fallen in the back and it looked like a little blonde rat tail. And every time I saw it, it was like, oh God, okay. Oh, there it is again. So that I did not like. I really wanted to see her fully polished. This is super nitpicky because like everyone said, the rest of the dress is gorgeous. And on the, when they did the lip sync, she actually takes the skirt off and there's like pant legs underneath that are matching. Not my favorite reveal ever, but definitely didn't take away from the look. So just to mention that too. But anyway, it's a toot. It's a toot.
I have really mixed thoughts on this. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I agree. In terms of that body is the most snatched she's looked the whole season. It's a beautiful dress. I think it's so interesting. It is very draggy, but that's Rita. And I think the color is gorgeous on her and the embellishment is really perfection. I don't get the alien thing. I felt like that came out of nowhere. And I get that like her look when she walked in was supposed to be alien, but like, am I wrong that there was literally no reference to that for
So
like?
the only reference was in her song lyrics.
Sure.
So
But,
that
like,
again, like where did that come from? I don't know.
Right. In the intervening 8 episodes, there was no like through line for this. And then at the end it comes in and I'm like, but you're not even an alien. Like you're born in Canada. You're Quebecois. So it was very strange to me. And I was like, that's going all in on something that I don't think that the majority of the fandom is going to get where you're coming from.
No.
That said, if I'm just appreciating it for what she's attempting to do, I think it's absolutely a toot. I think she looks beautiful. It is fascinating to me that in something that is, quasi non-human, she looks the most beautiful she's looked all season, but you better get it, Rita. I think she looked really beautiful here. Next up, we had Scarlett Bobo. I'm going to give it to Brett.
So I like it. I actually like the dress better from the back than the front. When she turned around and walked away, I liked it better. She also did a reveal too, which wasn't a great reveal, but I enjoyed the real reveal. And so I love her I mean, again, it has sparkles, so she got me. And she looked good as she normally does. So it's a soft toot for me, but it's a toot. It doesn't look terrible, and it doesn't look bad. I mean, I would love to wear this dress too. So it's a soft toot for me.
Soft toot for you, Curtis.
I think this would have been a soft toot for me if she had worn any other color of hair. Any other color of hair. But you're going to wear Jessica Rabbit red with a hot pink lined dress? Clash City, ladies. You cannot do that. And that for me brings it into strong boot territory. When she walked out, I was like, you cannot do that. I love lots of things about it. I love the shape of it. I love how it flows. I thought she worked it really well, but I hate the red and the pink. And then the upper part with the flesh toned, whatever that is, it looked like it didn't fit her. It was just like saggy. It looked like a saggy old woman coming out of her whorehouse with bad hair that doesn't match her dress. It is a hard boot.
Listen, Curtis, it was a Wednesday morning. I had to get some groceries. Please do not read my ensemble when leaving my house. Anyway, Kai, what do you think?
So I kind of agree with a few things that Curtis said. I looked for those tattoos and they weren't there. So I was looking at the arms and I did notice them not form-fitting as much. So that may be nitpicky, but I noticed that as well. The hair is unforgivable for me. If this is your final on the runway, like, you should be thinking of every detail. And the last thing I'll say, and this is totally personal, but when I was in high school, we had a little ensemble choir and we all had to buy these really cheap outfits to match. And the women had to wear these black short skirt dresses with pink underneath. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, show choir 2003, like, get into it. So for me, it's not hard, it's not soft, it's disappointing, and it's a boot.
I like that Kai's having a Kill Bill flashback fugue to 2003 show choir because of Scarlett Bobo. That's the best thing Scarlett did this whole episode. No, I'm kidding. She actually did very well this episode. She did very well this episode. That said, I'm going to boot this. The illusion netting at the top, there was no illusion. It's a completely different skin color. Given how many times they read other queens this season for that, I think that it's ridiculous that they just glossed over it. I understand we're in the final episode, you're supposed to say nice things, but even in the photo on my screen right now, there is a clear difference in skin tone between the illusion and what else she's serving us. Beyond that, it was so baggy, and of course we come to realize that's because there's a reveal underneath, but this is your final runway. You're supposed to be serving us glamour, you're supposed to be stunning us with your beauty, and if it's all kind of floppy and it looked like she wasn't wearing a corset, it really was saggy, ill-fitting, and very disappointing to me. I think Scarlett's a beautiful queen, and she's given us many wonderful looks over the course of the season. This, to me, I think is one of the worst things she's worn the entire time. I'm going to take that back because I'm having flashbacks to the diapers, but it's not great, especially for a final episode. So for me, it's clearly a boot. And then finally, we have our winner. Congratulations to Miss Priyanka. Before we get to that, I'm going to pass it off to Brett.
I love this look. She looks amazing. Again, going back to culture, I guess it gets me as a person of color too. I think not that I can relate to Indian culture, but just dressing into your like home heritage. And so she looks stunning. She looked beautiful. So I love it. So it's a shoot for me.
It's a shoot. All right. How about Curtis?
It is a shoot for me too. This is how you do culture. Like this is the best she's looked. Absolutely best drag all season. It is beautiful top to bottom. I couldn't think of really anything wrong. Like, it doesn't look like she's necessarily corseted. And would I have liked to see a little bit more shape? Sure. Would we have seen it if she had padded? I'm not completely sure because the skirt is, loose as it's supposed to be. But it's so, so beautiful. And I think Brooke said it's one of the prettiest things that's ever been on the runway. And I agree. It is stunning. And she is a stunning queen. It's so good. Shoot. Absolutely.
Hi.
It's a toot. I'm
racist.
I have my feelings about Priyanka, and also about the judging, and the passes she was given, and others weren't. This is something like, I mean, as soon as she turned the corner, your jaw drops. I mean, and we've said it since episode 1. She is gorgeous, and so all she had to do was paint a face, and she did that. And the outfit is beautiful. I will say, I was thinking about the cinching too, but I didn't know if maybe that's, the garment is supposed to look a certain way for that culture. I didn't know. So I kind of let that go. I will say, and I try my best not to be biased, I felt a little bit like this outfit was wearing her. She wasn't wearing the outfit. Just how I felt about it. I didn't, it was the best of the 3 looks. Absolutely, for the final 3. Do I think she deserves the win? Yeah, I think she does. Yes, she does. So yeah, it's a toot. Well done, Priyanka. Really well done.
I will also go ahead and shoot this. To me, literally, she turned the corner and I yelled out, "Crown it!" Because it was gorgeous. Between this and Jujubee's final look in the All-Stars 5 finale, we've had 2 absolutely stunning examples of cultural garments showing up on the main stage in the past 2 months, and
Jackie,
breathtaking.
And Jackie.
And Jackie, thank you. Yeah, like these 3 seasons have really given us incredible cultural moments, and God, I just love to see it. Like I really do. And this to me was just so gorgeous. And I thought there's nothing more I can say about this look, but I do want to take a minute to talk about our thoughts about the winner. And I'll start by saying I was thrilled that Priyanka won. Going in, she was the one that I was hoping was going to win. And if you break down to me the final episode in verse, performance, their speech, their runway, and then the final lip sync, the only one of those I think that Priyanka didn't nail was the final lip sync. To me, I think she actually probably placed 3rd in that, but she killed the speech. She killed the look. Easily the best verse. You can quibble as to whether or not she was the best in the actual We Wear It Well performance, but to me, she won it. And I have no issues with that at all. Brett, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I like Priyanka. I think also I wanted, like deep down inside, I wanted another Asian queen to win.
Sure.
Because we haven't had an Asian queen since Raja, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I deep down inside, I wanted her to win. So I was excited to see her win. She is not the best at an acting challenge, and she talked about improv and all that other stuff. And I was like, ooh, because I was thinking about the charisma, uniqueness, and urban talent, and most of it's there, the acting, but you could also work on that too. But yeah, I was excited that she won. She's stunning. She's beautiful. And I think, Eric, you brought up a lot of good points last week about like, who do they really want as a, producer? I think she can relate more. I think more people can relate to her as being younger, and versus, I love Rita. Don't get me wrong. I would love if she won, I would have been happy as well.
Yep. Same.
But I think more people can relate to her just being younger. And so, yeah, I loved her. I'm happy that she won.
Great. Curtis, what are your thoughts?
I thought Priyanka definitely won the final episode. So going into it, it was 3-2-1, right? Rita had 3, Priyanka had 2. Scarlett shouldn't have been there. And Priyanka
bloop
absolutely won the final episode. I would argue she did do the best in the You Wear It Well performance. Rita looked like she was about to shit her pants the whole time. And
however, I agree with that. I do want to say, though, Rita looked so soft and look, no, not soft. She looked punk rock, but she also looked young in that thing. I thought she looked great. But go on. I'm sorry to interrupt.
They put RuPaul's filter on. That's how they did that. No, I think like Scarlett can dance, sure, but Priyanka sold it. Priyanka sells everything that she does, and I think she absolutely sold that performance. She sold this look. She then lip synced in this look, and that's probably why she didn't give you the full like fantasy, because she couldn't, because that thing would have come off her head, and that's understandable. But she did the best she possibly could in this look and still did it well. That song was not a good lip sync song. It was not a good finale lip sync song. And I get that Canada probably doesn't have a whole lot of songs that they could have pulled from for like, this is your moment or whatever. Just bring another Celine song in. Something.
Shania? Like, we didn't get a Shania lip sync the whole season. Like, what?
Couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I think people don't put Canada and Shania together correctly because she does country, but Priyanka won. And I think I wanted Rita to win, but Rita winning would have been the BB winning, like that arc,
Sure.
while Priyanka winning is probably, I mean, I guess a Raja win, but maybe a little bit closer to a Tyra season 2 win, like the young ingenue who is really talented. Hopefully she does not go down that same path. Good luck to you, Priyanka.
Good luck to Priyanka. Kai, and I know you had some thoughts on this, so please, what are your feelings?
Okay, first of all, I'm just going to start off by saying I'm not a drag queen, and I am just judging these looks on my own personal. I love this show. I've loved this show since Brett introduced me to it in season 3, and I've rewatched seasons again and again and again and again. I enjoy watching these arcs, that these stories arcs that these people have. I like the underdogs personally. I like to see an underdog come through and go far. I didn't like Bobo, but so for me, Priyanka, it felt more like a Bianca season. To me, it was like by like episode 2 or 3, it was kind of like, well, who? Maybe Lemon, but it was just really like, I don't see a clear winner. Then I attached to Jimbo so heavily and really, really liked him. All of that aside, the final 3, I do think Priyanka took it, especially with the final episode. I actually think, and totally judge me with this, I think Bobo won the lip sync. Like, we'd never seen her lip sync before, and she gave it to us. The reveal was better than Rita's. And she was kicking and flipping and jumping, and you wanted to watch what she was doing. Where, yes, Priyanka looked gorgeous, and she couldn't move, maybe because of her outfit, probably because of her outfit. But I wasn't watching her. I was watching the other 2. That being said, she had the best verse. I think it was between her and Rita for the performance during the You Wear It Well. And then with this final look, if we're at the end, you get nitpicky. I couldn't stop looking at that stupid rat tail, and she didn't have anything like that. There wasn't one thing I could go, oh God, that headpiece is just pulling me out. Everything she did with that final look pulled me in. And she's a salesman, and you can't deny that. I wanted Rita to win, but I am absolutely happy that Priyanka won. And actually, some of the things that Brett said and Curtis have said too make me go, it could have been more like a BB, but we're going for more of a Raja. And I'm always for that, that kind of stepping forward kind of stuff. Would I see a Priyanka show? Absolutely. Do I harbor any ill feelings towards her? No. I harbor ill feelings towards the producers. Okay, that's it. Will I watch next season? Yes. Well done, Priyanka. I think it's very well deserved.
Good. Yeah, I think the final notes on this, it has been a fascinating season to me. I think going into it, I wasn't really sure. I was like, is this going to be really low budget? Is this going to be really kind of slapped together? And I actually think overall it did a good job. I would say it was probably like season 1/season 2 level in terms of production values, which is not an insult. It's a new show and it's on a Canadian budget. I do think that one of the things that we've said is there was no clear winner for the whole time, which is that production, is that the queens just having more pitfalls than we normally have in a season? I don't know. There is no doubt that if it comes back for season 2, and I hope it does, that they need to do a real look at the way that things are judged, because it is a mess. I like Stacey. I think Brooke needs to be there. Jeffrey is obviously a very controversial figure, but I do like Jeffrey, and I think it's terrible that he's getting this kind of incredible backlash, which again, I don't think would be happening were he not a man of color. But I do hope they come back with a second season. I think it's a solid first season, and I think Priyanka, as a whole, when you look at Drag Race universe at the winner circle, is a wonderful new entry into it. It brings something different, and that's what I always look for in a new winner, a different flavor. And even of the international winners, you have Viv, you have Priyanka, you have Natalie Pliakam from Thailand 1, and you have Anjali from Thailand 2. Very different queens, very different winners, all bringing something hugely different. And if you have not watched the other international versions, please go. UK 1 and Thailand 2 are all on WOW Presents right now. If you just watched Canada, you probably have it. Take the time. Thailand can be a little bit difficult, but it's so worth it. Those queens are insanely talented, and season 2 is a roller fucking coaster. As I always say to people I'm trying to sell it, literally the judges have to tell the queens at some point, you have to stop lighting yourselves on fire on the stage because one of you is going to get seriously hurt. Like, that's amazing. Go and watch it. Also, Holland will be or Netherlands, I can't remember what the actual title is debuting September 16th. We will not be doing a fashion review for that because I don't have the fucking time. And neither does the rest of my panel. But they did release the queens today, and they all look fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a really fun season. So with that, does anybody have anything else they'd like to add, or are we good, boys? Oh, we need to do a top 2. Do we all agree it's Priyanka?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Priyanka.
Yes.
Great.
Starzy
Anything
is
else?
Close. Awful close.
Starzy definitely, she showed up, and we love to see it. Anything else that I forgot to add, boys?
Go vote.
Go vote. Exactly right. Thank you, Brent.
And season 2 of the Great Pop Culture Debate dropped today.
Today.
Today. Go
That's
listen.
right. Go listen. First up was Best Sitcom Theme Song. And then coming up, we've got Best Animal Crossing Character, Best Oscar-winning Movie, Best Song of 1999, Best Game Show. It's a really fun season. So please head over to greatpopculturedebate.com. Check those out. We hope that you enjoyed our little Looney Bin. We had fun doing it, and we hope you enjoyed watching it. And thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you for season 13, I guess? Yeah, that sounds good. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.